Bring it up for Ohio State.
You've waited all day for this.
Don't let that team stand in the way. He's going to take it to the house. 85 yards. Down the right side going Devin Smith. Got it at the 5 and into the end zone. Touchdown.
The one show that's nothing but the Buckeyes.
Oh, Graham Rucker for the touchdown. Graham shoots it high on the right for 3.
This is the Buckeye Show.
Here we go on a Friday episode. Ladies and gentlemen, the weekend. Timmy Hall, our man Bodie Wells, breaking the sports news for you. And to my right, my best friend, my only friend, Tyvis Powell, everybody.
Oh, Timmy, hello. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing good.
Sorry that your birthday didn't, the Buckeyes didn't get you a present for your birthday.
Let's go there.
Yeah.
No messing around, and it's Friday, too. We love to do a little mess around, but
It's sad.
Tyvis, that stunk.
It's sad.
That's sad. That's embarrassing. That's pathetic. That's any word you want to find that isn't good. That's what that was. There's no good thing to point to. I'm not going to try to do that and try to find silver linings in a home game against a 13-13 Northwestern team that is down 2 of its 3 best players out for the season. You have Aaron Bradshaw sick with the flu. He's been struggling anyway. He's not been playing up to his potential anyway. That was just sickening to have another home game. 4-6 now against high major opponents.
Yeah.
At home.
That's the part that stings the most, that it was at home.
Come on.
Like if it was on the road,
it wouldn't have been any better if you lost by 21.
But it's on the road.
On the road at this point.
Weird things happen on the road.
Because I need to see wins now in Los Angeles. I don't need to see close losses at UCLA and USC. Like you're gonna
70-49 was the final?
Yeah. They were down close to 30 in one segment of the game.
21-point loss at home.
Tyvis, I pay painful attention to almost every play of the season, okay, as part of my job and because it's of great interest because I love the sport and I love breaking down all the little bits and pieces, seeing if they're running sets, which they were not running much of any yesterday, to see how everybody is, working on their ball screen coverages, the defenses that they're in, all that stuff.
Yeah.
That game got so bad early in the second half.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to lie to you on this one. I got blurry eye and was just sort of staring into space at my TV. I watch it. I set up my double screen. I watch it on my YouTube TV account so I can listen to both streams of audio.
Yeah.
And so I sit there and I take some notes. And it was to a point where, how you're looking at a Magic Eye poster and you just sort of lose focus. It was like that because it didn't matter. They were playing that bad. They're getting blown out. They had no chance to win. And it pretty much felt that way from the start of the game, even when it was a single-digit deficit, but you never felt that they were locked in enough to compete and win a game that night.
Let me tell you why it's funny to me.
I'm glad this is amusing you.
It's so funny to hear you say that.
They're spiraling and you're laughing.
No, listen, because it's a lot of people. It's a lot of
the threshold of hell.
It's a lot of people out there that can relate to how you feel right now.
I know.
Because when I was doing the Browns this year, I felt the exact same way that you felt.
You just sort of
sitting there looking at it like
smile,
and then I caught myself almost dying off. Like, oh man, like
wait, what happened there? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They're down by 28 points in the third quarter.
But you got this. The sad thing is when you're working for a network. Like, you have to be locked in the entire time because you have to come up with explanations.
That's
you got to explain.
That's what I'm talking about.
And it was just like, it's not fun right now. But yeah, listen.
But you don't need to break down a ton of specific individual plays in the second half of a blowout.
You seen it. All you had to do is just turn the TV. If you've seen a little bit of this game, you know why they lost.
If we want to, and I know, like, coaches have to, it's his first year with the program. He probably doesn't feel like Jake I'm talking about now, right? Jake Diebler, head coach, probably doesn't feel like he can go in there. And we discussed this on our podcast that dropped yesterday. And it's kind of funny because we recorded Mad About Hoops yesterday. Mm-hmm. And, we replay it. You'll hear it on the fan
UCB
with the special.
And Jacob?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. You'll hear it on the fan, a replay that's kind of cleaned up and touched up a little bit because the full unedited, unfiltered podcast is only on the podcast anywhere you get your audio.
Yes.
So listen to it. And we put in there as like a teaser for the Saturday morning folks, In the last segment, you'll hear a special segment on Saturday morning of my post-game coverage. And I just said, I'll be purely devastated if it's not a win, like fully expecting it to be a win. So I guess that was the kiss of death, and I actually had to go in there and clip in that segment, which was of the loss and breaking that down. But we talked about Mick Cronin and Rick Pitino.
Yeah.
And how long they've been in the game and their style and how they don't take no S from nobody, right? Yeah. Even their players. And they will throw them under the bus as early and as often as they see fit. And Mick just did it for the second time this year. And Rick Pitino was just chewing his guys out at halftime. Profanity-laced, but really inspiring stuff, and it led to St. John's coming back and beating Providence.
Are you insinuating that Jake should call his players soft in the press conference?
I'm just insinuating that he's got to do what he's got to do. And I'm not telling him what style to have. I'm saying I'm curious about what that style is, and I haven't gotten to ask this question yet, but I wonder how that evolution is, because I don't think Mick Cronin was that Mick Cronin in year one. I don't know if Rick Pitino was that Rick Pitino in year one. Well, maybe the light bulb comes on at some point.
You got to have some cred. To your name.
Street cred.
Like, this is his first year as a head coach. So, I mean, this is a defining moment. Like, the thing is, the ship is starting to lose control of it. Can you steer this thing back right? Like, it's not like everybody's asking this team to go out there and win the championship. That's probably not going to happen.
We were asking you to seal the deal and make the tournament.
Yes.
You've been in the NCAA tournament picture for a long time now.
You're flirting with the line. Now you ain't got to have it, Mo. Like, we got to have it. You can't, you have really, you're more.
It would be pretty crushing to see that they've been locked into the picture, and they've been safe from the last 4 byes for a good minute here since they beat Maryland, really.
They lost 21 points at home.
They were getting beat by almost 30 to Northwestern.
We ain't got no paint presence, man.
Oh, you seen that? He's just figuring that out.
It's just sad. I didn't know. I didn't realize.
We don't have the 4 and the 5 on lockdown.
Because
Devin's fine. Devin didn't make a shot last night. That was not fine. And he turned it over 4 times, so that was not fine. But for the most part, he's been good. They've lacked it, yes, with Sean Stewart, bless his heart, and then what Aaron Bradshaw
he had 8 boards.
Hasn't done.
He had 8 boards.
Sean did some things, but come on.
He started the game off with a nice little dunk at the beginning. I was like, okay.
I don't really need to focus on positives when you're just getting blown out at home by a team that's 13-13.
Well, we had nothing off the bench either,
No. This was a little bit of Jake Diebel. You want to hear how he sounded last night?
This is not an acceptable, way to play this game. I think there were stretches where we were playing hard, but there was almost the way we were letting our offense affect our defense felt just like almost like a new young team, which we haven't been. You would expect something like that to happen in the beginning of the season. That can't happen again, clearly. I don't know if I can just look out there and say we just didn't play hard the whole game. I don't think that was it. I think there were some individual plays where we needed to be stronger and tougher guarding the ball, stronger and tougher on box outs. And, we didn't have enough of that.
Yeah. It was one of those games and one of those performances where I wondered how like an old dog coach would have just come out there and just,
Bobby Knight.
Does anybody else want to try coaching this thing? Yeah, like what would a Bobby or a Pitino or that type of, what would it have looked like, sounded like? I thought there was a chance where the Roy Williams, and I tweeted this, get them all out. Like, just get them all out.
You just took them all
platoon style, just get all the walk-ons. Not to do it for the rest of the game. But
baseline.
It was when
that one.
Yeah, right? You and I heard, I don't know if there was a manager's game afterwards.
Skip told me, actually, it was like a firefighters versus police officer, I think.
Cool. That's cool.
Oh, yeah.
Bodie and I.
Was at that. Yeah.
He was?
Yeah.
Well, we didn't know this, and we're hearing action on the court, and I'm like, oh, boy, did they Herb Brooks this thing and get him back out there for practice? Good.
You guys don't want to play during the game? Fine. We'll work now.
Baseline. That one. Dave Dickerson, get the whistle. Again. Blow the whistle, Dave. Blow the whistle, Dave. Again. Yeah. I mean, good gosh. But that's, I don't know. I don't know, Tyvis. That just was one that you can't have.
It was
Didn't
hard.
see that
it's
coming.
hard to stomach that one. That was... when they play again next, because we need to hurry up and get to that day. This is not great.
I'm looking for the best players, Craig. I'm looking for the right ones.
We're talking about UCLA coming up, and they're deciding now
Sunday,
to honor.
right?
Yeah, Sunday, they're deciding to honor Bill Walton. That's lovely.
Great.
Perfect timing.
That's just great.
Yeah, right. You're going to honor me.
You
That's
never want to
wonderful.
be you don't want to be somebody's homecoming game or jersey retirement or honoring somebody great because they think that just tells you what they think of you.
One of the best to ever do it in the game of basketball. One of the most legendary broadcasters, the late great Bill Walton, going to be honored. The Buckeyes going out there for the LA trip. They've got to get it turned around. I want to thank our sponsors. We are brought to you here by our friends at CareSource and also by Coors Light. I just learned something brand new about Tyvus here on a Friday. That's next. It's the Buckeye Show on the Fan.
Winners of the prestigious Platinum Microphone Award every year, given to the best radio station in the world. No need to look it up. It's real. The Fan.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy houses as is, fast for cash. Call me today for an all-cash offer on any of your properties, and we can close within days at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Do you own a property that's outdated and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, I'll buy it. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Would it be convenient for you if you could simply take what you wanted and leave the rest behind? Great, I'll buy it. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family, apartment buildings, rental portfolios. I even buy my tenant won't pay me the rent houses. Call TurboTrack Realty today for an all-cash offer and speak with one of our friendly staff members at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
Health insurance companies are expected to carry health benefits, but CareSource does so much more. We look beyond doctors' offices and hospitals to see the challenges that face our members. Then we help them achieve not just better health, but better lives. Along with great benefits, we also help our members find stable jobs, housing, childcare, and rides so they can find greater independence. At CareSource, we're removing barriers, we're improving lives, we're reimagining healthcare.
Life is more fun with a pal. So is pizza. So check out Donato's new $5 Pizza Pals menu. Order any large pizza and add on your choice of a sub, salad, wings, a 10-inch pizza, and more for just $5. It's the new $5 Pizza Pals menu from Donato's. More toppings, more flavor, more fun. Donato's. Gotta love more.
Common Man and T-Bone.
Look at the tattoos, yeah! Tattoo Wednesday.
Common Man and T-Bone.
Sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company.
Weekdays 3 to 6 on The Fan.
It's Toyota truck and all-wheel drive season with more all-wheel drive choices than anyone else, including all-wheel drive versions of the best-selling Corolla. Now through March 3rd, get low-rate financing on a Corolla or lease a gas-powered 25 Corolla LE for $229 a month for 39 months with $32.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS, tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
They're trained. They're fired up.
Let's do it.
When you need heat, they can't be beat. They're Ohio State's undefeated heating and cooling team. For plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling, there's only one team. The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better results. Call the Waterworks at 614-232-2222 or visit them online at thewaterworks.com. A proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Hey, Ohio State fan, are you ready for game day? Get hyped and get your crew going with the Buckeye Meal at BK. For $20, you'll get one juicy flame grilled Whopper sandwich, one original chicken sandwich, 2 mouthwatering cheeseburgers, 3 crispy golden small fries, and 3 refreshing small drinks. Grab your $20 Buckeye Meal today and share the taste of victory. At BK, have it your way. You rule. Limited time only at participating Ohio area restaurants. Tax extra. BK is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Giant Eagle is teaming up with Cheez-It, Pringles, and Coca-Cola to give one lucky Buckeye fan a VIP basketball experience. Go to ohiostatebuckeyes.com/Giant Eagle to enter for a chance to win 4 tickets with parking to the March 4th home finale against Nebraska, a Buckeye prize pack, a $200 Giant Eagle gift card, and a trip to the head coach's radio show. Enter today at ohiostatebuckeyes.com/Giant Eagle for a chance to win. Brought to you by Giant Eagle, Cheez-It, Pringles, and Coca-Cola. Go Bucks!
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Plenty of clouds around, breezy but dry on this Friday. Temperatures in the upper 20s. Overnight down to the mid-teens with light winds and partly cloudy skies. More sunshine Saturday and temperatures making a run at the mid-30s with light winds by the afternoon. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
Brutus is their homeboy. This is the Buckeye Show.
Timmy and Tyvis, happy Friday. Let's have a good weekend here. We got a lot of fun things coming up. Happy Cruisemas, Tyvis. We got to get to our spring sports extravaganza because we need to catch a Jackets game still. We should also catch a Crew game at lower.com.
I definitely need to do that.
Arena District hopping tomorrow. Hopping.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and we got the 2 games. Got the Crew and the CBJ.
Yeah, I guess you got a point there.
Pretty fun, right?
Yeah.
Pretty fun. Guys are back.
Make a weekend out
and
of it.
the Jackets getting some key guys back. Boone, Captain, Captain. Debut for the season. Here he is. It's almost March.
Yeah, right when they need him.
Yeah, right when they need him. You're going to tell me, I'm going to tell you about something that I just learned about Tyvis in just a minute, but I want to first tell you about something that he's learned about. And that's Tri-State Men's Health, because we're both fans of theirs. And we both see them. And you've heard me talk a lot about how low testosterone and treating low testosterone can help improve a lot of areas in your life. It can improve your sleep, your workouts. It'll lift those energy levels and more meaning like the libido, the good stuff right there. So check out our guys at Tri-State Men's Health. Go to tristatemenshealth.com. Take their low T quiz. That can be a big helper. It's 10 simple questions. It takes barely 2 minutes. You can schedule the consult. The cost of that first appointment is $99. You get the TMPSA test. If you sign up for testosterone treatment the day of the appointment, that visit is free. You're losing this stuff, 2 to 3% of it every single year. And if you're a guy in your 20s or mid-30s heading towards 40, you could keep losing this stuff and it doesn't come back, and pretty soon you're not feeling like the same guy. So check them out at tristatemenshealth.com. Get jazzed up. Quick little ace shots that you don't even feel.
Yeah, I got mine today.
There you go.
Look at that.
Look at you.
And I'm just,
why you're smiling.
I'm upbeat. Yeah, I'm upbeat.
I need it too. I need you today because sugar crash is real. Like in the last 2 hours, I kind of felt my hands starting to shake a little bit.
You should go get a donut.
No, I did that. I've got too much sugar and not enough substance. That's the thing. I need
where's them gummy bears?
I need a sandwich with lots of protein, maybe some lettuce, tomato, some bread. Some good bread.
Just lettuce. Wrap it in lettuce.
No, I need some protein. That's the main thing.
Get turkey, ham.
I got it. Yes, all that. Cheese.
Yeah.
I need to get a good dinner tonight. But again, cheese, a good little dairy though. That goes with it.
Do you know that a cheese is addicted? You could be addicted.
You can be addicted to cheese?
Yeah.
Might as well face it. You're addicted to cheese.
When the last time you had a burger or a sandwich without the cheese?
I would say I'm a cheese addict. But I love cheese. I'm certainly not addicted to cheese.
You are.
I don't know if that's a real thing.
You are.
Do we believe that? Do you think you could be addicted to cheese, Bode Man?
I think you can be addicted to anything, honestly.
He's addicted to cheese.
I'm serious.
He goes out and he orders stuff, and every time he does, he says, "I want cheese."
Let's just
sounds like an addiction.
I felt like it don't make that big of a difference.
Let's just prove what Bodie said right here on the spot. Notre Dame 2015, Saturday, October 10th versus Navy.
Years. That would be 41-24, I believe, Tim.
Yeah, that's right.
I cannot believe that season's been 10 years. That bums me out greatly, Tyvis. It really does.
God, you're a maniac. Do you know that? What's wrong with you?
I don't know, Tim.
What's wrong
I'm an
with
addict,
you?
Tim.
You're addicted.
You can't blame. You can't put me as a victim. I'm
man. You just got so much heart.
The ridiculous.
It's too much.
What makes it so ridiculous is, Bodie, I played, and I can't tell you scores to any game. That's crazy to me.
You really can't do that at all, Tyvis. You were out there on the field. You were
only
involved.
score that I can always remember is Wisconsin 59-0. I remember that one like the back of my head.
Yeah, that's pretty easy. How about Monday, September 7th, 2015, on the road at Virginia Tech? That was a good night. Come on. On the road at Virginia Tech, the payback game. Come on.
35.
Try again.
42.
2? 42 to
28.
24.
That was close.
What about Saturday, September 12th against Hawaii?
63.
No.
59. 58.
Your offense wasn't cooking like that.
Really?
38-0. Hey, nice shutout, though.
Okay.
You get a ding for that.
Got us a ding.
So I just learned this about Tyvis. I was pleased to see that Tyvis is now, we have TVs around the TV and radio station that we can opt into by sending some folks a photograph and filling out a little questionnaire. It's just typical office fun. Hey, what's your favorite hobby? What TV show do you like? And it's just great to see the answers. Bodie is infamous for this, and it had to be taken down because for a while this was circulating on the in-house TVs. Favorite app was one of the fields, and he had OnlyFans as his favorite app. And it's funny because Bodie really isn't an OnlyFans guy, but he's got a good sense of humor.
He's an evil genius, man.
It's actually Notre Dame porn is his
I didn't realize that was going across the entire building. I thought that was just on our radio side.
Just us sickos?
Yeah.
Just us disgusting people?
Our radio side would get a kick out of that, and then I was told it's all around the building. And I was like, oh, my bad.
All around the world. We can make time. So Tyvis is up there now, which I was pleased to see. Great little picture of you. And under the hobbies, I don't even remember what the first hobby said. But the second, weightlifting. That's a dude bro hobby right there. Oh, to get out there and lift.
I like
Not to brag.
It's great. Yeah.
I went today. A little 225 action today.
I shouldn't make fun. That's good. Your physical fitness and your health is fun. Guys, keep lifting if that's what makes you happy. But the second one said gaming.
Yeah.
I don't think we've ever discussed how you're a gamer. That's an interest of yours.
To me,
you guys, as the listeners, tell me if I'm wrong. Hit us up. You know, you can get in our YouTube chat. Our shows are on YouTube, and you know where you can hit us. The Buckeye Show text and voicemail line, 614-460-2896.
I don't like.
What do you like to play?
I don't like to really talk about it because I'm embarrassed by like how much I could be on it at times.
I too.
So that's the thing.
Can be embarrassed by that because, little secret, I started to play Madden again out of the blue sky.
Do you play
a month
online
ago
or like franchise?
I do like playing those chumps online. I do.
You might run into LeBron.
Because I sucked at first. I think I played Justin Ross, old Clemson wide receiver.
Did you beat him?
I did. I did. Now, it could have just been that. But why would you have the name Justin Ross? Same spelling, all that with some numbers
if you're
behind
a kid,
it.
And you looked up to him.
Yeah, I guess so. All those kids looking up to Clemson receiver Justin Ross.
You know what?
No different than we would look up to.
Go back to the 2018
KJ
playoff,
Hill,
and
right?
I thought that guy was going to be.
He's supposed to be the number one receiver.
Yeah, Terrell Owens or something. He was
I don't
incredible.
care if it was him or someone that loves him, just that I beat him like a drum because of that play that happened in the Ohio State Clemson game. That was great. But
yes,
I would love to play at Madden if you play that game.
What I learned, so gaming for me, first of all, I've been a gamer. The controller got in my hand when I was like 5 years old, you know. So I've been playing games. Now, when I was a kid, like when I was in like elementary, like when I was in high school and all those,
right.
It was Madden. That's all I wanted to play.
That was my childhood.
That and Call of Duty. Those were the only two games that I wanted to play. Madden and Call of Duty.
I had Metal Gear Solid.
Oh, that's the best game that ever came out. Now, you know they coming back out. They doing a remake. remaster. They do it. They remaster Snake Eater. I can't wait. What you know about that?
You come up behind the guy and like take him out.
I can't believe he just said that. Look at Tim. Metal Gear Solid, the greatest game series ever. I don't care what anybody says.
First person shooter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That was PlayStation. That was the OG PlayStation.
Good times, man.
Yeah. So it was that and Madden for me, and just playing the sports game. And you were asking me like, what would I do on a day off? I mean, what's the difference? Like I share that some embarrassment for playing some video games. I'm like a 41-year-old man now. Should I be doing video games? Who cares? Because if I wasn't doing that, I'm just going to be like watching episodes of Reacher on Amazon Prime. It's empty calories one way or the other. What's the difference? Do it.
To be honest with you, a lot of former athletes play because it's like competing. Like it still gives you that competitive vibe and that competitive feeling. And me, I still want to be great at something. So like I can play something until I become great at it.
Well, I sucked at it when I picked up the sticks. And the guys out there, you can tell like who's got a combination of talent at the game, and then also you can tell who has better hardware. Yeah. Like a computer, a PC, gaming PC, processors, that's real, and better connection. Yeah. Because if the game lags and you're a step behind on defense, it's done. Yes. Like those drag routes hit you and it's all over, right? Yeah. So you're in a zone defense or you're not in the proper defense or the shell and you are cooked, as they say. But me and Jack will play together. Like locally, so that's fun.
I need to play.
Like we sit there like next to each other and play a game.
Man. I think that the NFL, I still think gives me a free copy every year, and I just like play it for like the first weekend, and that's it.
Man, that's great. We're gonna have to get a game and put it on Twitch.
See if I still got it.
We're gonna have Timmy versus Tyvis Madden Twitch. 25. Let's go. All right, in just 2 minutes, Pat Murphy of Bucknuts and 24/7. He's going to tell us if he thinks this Buckeye basketball team is going to turn it around out west. Beers and Buckeyes in 2 minutes. It's the Buckeye Show on the Fan.
At Kroger, an annual Boost membership just got even better. Now you can choose from Disney Plus with ads, Hulu with ads, or ESPN Plus on us when you sign up. Plus, enjoy unlimited free delivery, double fuel points, exclusive offers, and free items. Sign up for a Boost membership today. It's an easier way to save, including new streaming options to relax with while we deliver your groceries. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
Life is more fun with a pal. So is pizza. So check out Donato's new $5 Pizza Pals menu. Order any large pizza and add on your choice of a sub, salad, wings, a 10-inch pizza, and more for just $5. It's the new $5 Pizza Pals menu from Donato's. More toppings, more flavor, more fun. Donato's. Gotta love more.
You still thinking job change in the new year?
Yeah, I need something that's in high demand and more stable in this economy.
IT?
Yeah, cybersecurity, maybe even AI.
That's what I did.
Really? How?
Went to My Computer Career. You don't need any prior experience, and you could start your new career in a matter of months. A lot of IT pros go to school there, too, to level up.
Sweet. Are classes online or on campus?
Both.
Well, I'll check it out. Thanks.
Make this your year. Take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu. Financial aid is available for qualified students.
At Planet Fitness, we're declaring it. This is the year of getting stronger. And future stronger you can get started now by saving $28 or more when you join today. You in? We have all the best in-class equipment you could ever need to keep stepping it up. And free fitness training to help you mix up your routine. Plus, most clubs are open 24 hours. So let's do this. Join Planet Fitness today and save $28 or more. Just $1 down, $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends February 28th. See Home Club for details.
The Buckeye Show is sponsored by CareSource, proud to be your home for Ohio State Athletics. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Drink up, Slappy. It's time for Beers and Buckeyes with Patrick Murphy.
Timmy and Tyvis back here on the Buckeye Show. Hope you guys are having a great start to your Friday night. Boatman is back there. Boys, what are the odds? What do we think? Is he at a bar? It's a Friday night. Is he taking a break from a tasty beverage?
I'm going to say he's at home.
I'm going to say he's at a bar for some type of crew thing with the season starting. What do you say, Bode?
Well, I kind of already know the answer.
Yeah, you just talked to him.
Because when I talked to him on the phone, I heard a little bit of background
You heard
noise.
some chatter.
Well,
yeah.
hello.
Let me click. I'm going to click it in. We're going to know in a millisecond if there's background noise. Pat Murphy, you're with us? Oh, it sounds awfully quiet. Pat, how we doing, my man?
Tim, you also cheated because I told you what I was doing tonight.
You're not supposed to say that. It's a radio secret.
I'm glad that you did that, Pat.
He outed me.
That's not fair. We just arrived a little bit ago to the Christmas Eve party, one of many, I guess, that are going on around the city before the first game tomorrow. But I walked out to the car. I'm sitting in the car, so it's not as noisy as when I got the call.
Like I wouldn't have guessed that anyway, knowing you, Pat.
Yeah,
but
sure.
we, before I ask you about Buckeye basketball, we stumbled onto a random conversation because I learned that Tyvus is a gamer, and we just had some fun about the games that we've been playing. Because I dipped back into the Madden pool just here recently after taking a decade-long break, I might say. Do you play anything, Pat? Are you into any of that stuff?
It's funny you asked that. So I got a PlayStation 5 for Christmas, largely because of the college football video game.
Right.
But I hadn't really done anything with it because, as you are aware, Christmas was right in the middle of this college football playoff, and I was gone so much. So I literally just took it out of the box this week, and I ordered the college football game, and that arrived yesterday, and I have not played it yet. So I'm hoping this weekend to bust it all out and get it all going. But I have used... or I have been a gamer in the past. I wouldn't say I was anything crazy, but like sports games, things like that, I was very into them back when I had more free time.
Eric Reeser just popped in. He was working on some things off the air and is leaving. Tyvus, do you think he's a gamer? I'm going to say no way. No way does Eric Reeser play games.
No. There's no chance.
Not a chance. Not a chance in hell.
I'll ask him tomorrow.
In fact, I think he would probably make negative comments about people who game. That's what I would say about him.
Ask him. If he's on with me tomorrow for Fan Sports Saturday, which you can find right here on the Fan from 9 to 12 on Saturdays, I will ask him.
I can't wait for that. Now, Pat, something I'm not sure if I can wait for is the basketball game coming up on Sunday at UCLA. Horrible way for them to, take the long flight after the game last night. What do you make of that? It's an unacceptable performance. That's where we can start with.
Yeah, embarrassing, I think, is the word that I would use with what they put out there. I mean, when I saw you last as you were leaving to head to the studio at halftime, they were down 7 points. And, like, that in and of itself was a bad half of basketball.
Sure, yeah.
And then you compound it with that 17-2 run to start the second half, and it's like this is a bad Northwestern team that you shouldn't be in this kind of fight with, and then they get blown out, score their fewest points of the season. I don't know what to make of it, to be entirely honest with you. I thought for sure, with the performance against Michigan, which I thought was pretty good, like there were obviously some issues, and, you missed the shot at the end from Bruce Thornton to tie the game, but I thought for sure that they would have a bounce-back performance and feel all right headed out to those two games in Los Angeles. And then that was about as disappointing as you could have had, especially at home. And this is a Northwestern team without arguably their best player. There's nothing like Jake Diebler last night trying to explain a lot of the things that happened in the game. It came down to effort. It came down to leadership, I think, and it was just, like you said, Tim, not acceptable. And now you put yourself in a tricky spot, having to go out to L.A. and probably needing to win at least one of those games to really feel comfortable about your spot heading into the postseason.
Pat, I think that expectations for this team it's changed a lot. Some moments that you hear people saying that maybe they can get to the tournament and they can win a game. Then you got people that saying, I just want them to be competitive in that first game. They don't have to necessarily win it. Where are you at? Because I feel like every game, it seems like everybody's expectations change currently. Like, where are you at? Like, where is the ceiling for this team for you?
Yeah, I agree with you. I think despite metrics or any of the numbers, like you hear Buckeye fans, it's like if they won, they're going to be fine. They're going to be in the tournament. If they lose, it's like, well, they're definitely not making the tournament now. And like, frankly, they are still, I think, pretty solidly. Well, I won't say solidly. They're still in based on the projections.
But
they're teetering a little bit.
Yeah.
The thing is, they haven't had a bad loss. And even last night, as bad as we just talked about it being, like, that was still just a quad 2 loss, which isn't as embarrassing in the eyes of the selection committee. So I think they're still in an okay spot. You've got to get a couple more wins before the end of the season for sure, which, like I said, means probably winning one of those games in LA, which won't be easy. But I do think that for this team, this roster, first-year Jake Diebler, getting in the tournament is I won't say an accomplishment, but certainly a step in the right direction. And then, look, once you get in the tournament, I guess you never know what happens. But get in, get some people excited going into next year, start to continue to build that roster back up, and then I think you can potentially build on this. But if you end up, in the NIT again, I don't think that people will be as excited about what's coming, especially given you've been kind of inside the bubble for most of the year.
Patrick Murphy from 24/7 Sports here with some beers and Buckeyes on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. What did you make of Dusty May already getting a contract extension up there at Michigan? He's certainly done some amazing things for them, got the win over the Buckeyes, and we all know how the coaching search worked around here.
Yeah, it's nice to be a guy that Indiana has some interest in, right, at this point, because like we saw with some guys, some coordinators and things this offseason in football, when your name gets put out for a job, the school that you're currently working with will probably up some money for you, and that's what happened there. Michigan didn't want to risk losing a coach that they firmly believe in, and Indiana's job obviously will come open at the end of the season, so good for him. I mean, it's been a good, we just saw this Michigan team. It's a solid Michigan team. I don't know if it's as good as some of those teams that made the Final Four runs, but he's done a good job, no doubt about it. And look, he walked into a decently solid situation, but has also kind of rebuilt that roster in the way that he wants, 2 7-footers that can play together nicely. So it makes sense. I know this probably will frustrate a lot of Ohio State basketball fans listening because that's a guy a lot of people wanted to have in Columbus. But I think it makes sense for Michigan to make sure he's not leaving for any school, much less another Big Ten rival.
Pat, let me ask you about this. Let's switch it to football. I think I seen Texas is canceling their spring game this season. Do you think that is what's going to be the future, that we will just get rid of spring games in totality?
I don't know if it'll happen everywhere. I could see it being a thing where, if you're Ohio State, you're Notre Dame, you're Texas, the teams that made deep runs in the college football playoff, you're not as excited about a spring game. I think other programs probably still want to advertise what they've got coming next season a little bit more. And I know Matt Rule, we've talked about this on this show, said he was worried about tampering and kind of putting guys on display for other schools in a spring game. For me, that's less of a factor as it is just the amount that these guys are being asked to play right now. And I think once maybe we get more used to what a 16-game season looks like, perhaps then they move back to the spring game model. But, I mean, I think if you look at it from an Ohio State perspective, if you're Ryan Day, what does a spring game get you that a practice doesn't? You get to play in front of the fans, and then that's good for some guys who haven't had the chance to do that. But is it worth going out there and having a almost a more competitive environment? I think Texas has decided no. Some other schools as well. We'll see what Ohio State's spring showcase looks like. But I do think we are seeing more changes coming in this aspect of college football.
Got all the assistant coaches are official now. They got the press release out yesterday, so they announced, what was it, up to like 7 changes or whatever, guys with changes in roles out there, and some new hires as well. Pat, you got some brews to be had tonight, I'm sure. What's on the docket?
Yeah, there will be brews, though not too many because I have to be up pretty early tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, safe.
It's going to be a long day with the crew game tomorrow night. But I've brought this one up before. City Tavern has this tall boy called Montucky. It's basic light beer, but comes in like I said, a tall boy, $3 for that one. So
that's not
those
bad.
Those are my beer of choice when I'm at City Tavern.
Yeah, that's
$3 for a tall boy.
You tell me what style that was? What style brew that is?
Yeah, it's like a Bud Light, Miller Light.
Okay, easy drinking.
Yes, yeah. They're for $3. You can have a handful of them and not, need to be carried out of the bar.
A tall boy is $3.
That's a pretty good deal, Tyvus.
Man, I thought it was more than that.
That's a great deal.
Yeah.
That's good. That almost takes you back to college days.
That's
there.
the case. A tall glass of lemonade must be $1.50.
No, probably $2.99. Patrick, thanks a lot for coming on tonight. Let's hopefully see this Buckeye basketball team on Bill Walton Day find something on Sunday.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Covering last night's game was no fun, and I'm sure people watching it did not have fun either. So we'll see what happens in this LA trip.
All right, buddy. Merry Christmas.
Thanks. Same to you.
Appreciate that. There he goes. Pat Murphy, 24/7 Sports and Bucknuts with a lot of Buckeye basketball breakdown. The real quick, the thing that I wonder about, too, going into next year, and we'll have more time in the coming months to talk about this when the season ends, because the makeup of your roster is as critical as anything, right? With what changes year to year, you're going to be hoping and praying that some guys want to be bought in and come back. I know you had a thing, an epiphany, noticing just how much they miss Felix Okpara. And
yes.
It's been noticeable. A guy like Danny Wolf, take him for Michigan, right? 7-footer that can play inside, play outside.
Think he hitting the portal?
No, just take him for example.
Okay.
And follow me. He spends 2 years at Yale, okay? It's like what they tried with Seth Towns, but there were some injury issues with Seth Towns, too, that you had to take into account. And they knew that going in. So you kind of could only set the bar so high for what you could get out of a guy that had just had massive injuries and kept him from being the player that he could be. But a 14-10 guy at Yale. And you don't really know for sure, I guess, how that's going to go, but look what they've got.
Well,
look what they got with that.
What's the guy there?
Vlad Golden from FAU and Danny Wolf from Yale, and look what that's done for them.
What's the guy that they got a couple years ago from, what was it, Wright State?
Tanner Holden. Proven guy at Wright State. And did they use him right? Was it something else?
He had one big game winning shot.
Hit a shot when he was actually out of bounds.
Yeah.
But it just goes to show you, it might be at a lower level of basketball, even though Vlad Golden, I don't say lower level of basketball, they won 35 games and went to a Final Four, but two guys with experience come over.
Well, you thought you was getting that with Sean Stewart and
no, there's no experience.
Well, it wasn't no experience.
There's
but
no experience with Sean Stewart and Aaron Bradshaw.
That you were getting them from, you thought it was a reason that they were there. So
but what's the reason that they're not there?
Well, that's a point too,
right? Like just saying. And again, I'm not saying you don't go after guys like that, but you also want to have the other things in place, like when you look to the future, when you go forward here. All right. I have been told by my buddy Adam King from 10 TV for the Power 5 that ends every 6 o'clock hour on a Friday. He's got a tasty and very cold treat for us for his list. So we're going to do that next. Dudes ranking things on a Friday night. It's the Buckeye Show on the Fan.
We know everything about you. We know you love the Buckeyes. We know you love the Jackets. We know you're wearing a red shirt. I just freaked the hell out of someone. The Fan.
There's a lot on the line in a divorce. Your home, savings, retirement, maybe even kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce and the unexpected directions it can take, you really need a partner you can count on. I'm Rick Julius, a partner at Cordell & Cordell. We're committed to helping protect your personal interests and the life you've built. Don't let divorce take more than it has to. Talk to us today.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Columbus area attorneys. 10 West Broad Street, Suite 1550, Columbus, Ohio, 43215. CordellCordell.com.
We have made our community a very important part of our business. One of the things that many people may not realize is that I was born and raised in Columbus. Our plant is in Columbus. All of our employees are from Ohio. And the community hears about all this stuff. And so the community trusts us.
Visit Rosati Windows by the end of this month and get 35% off all windows and doors.
It's Toyota truck and all-wheel drive season with more all-wheel drive choices than anyone else, including the best-selling Toyota Camry. It's all hybrid all the time with available all-wheel drive. Now through March 3rd, get 4.99 APR financing on Camry or lease a Camry LE from just $289 a month for 39 months with $32.99 due at signing with approved credit through TFS. Tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Everybody knows that Roosters is a fun, casual joint with their award-winning waitstaff, great food, fun, and laughter. It's a quick stop on the way home to sit back and unwind. It's a front row seat to the big game. Roosters is where you, your family, and friends can order pizzas, sandwiches, salads, and more. And the home of award-winning wings that are fresh, never frozen, and so big you won't believe it. It's your family's other dinner table. Roosters, a fun, casual joint, and the official wing sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Giant Eagle is teaming up with Cheez-It, Pringles, and Coca-Cola to give one lucky Buckeye fan a VIP basketball experience. Go to ohiostatebuckeyes.com/Giant Eagle to enter for a chance to win 4 tickets with parking to the March 4th home finale against Nebraska, a Buckeye prize pack, a $200 Giant Eagle gift card, and a trip to the head coach's radio show. Enter today at ohiostatebuckeyes.com/Giant Eagle for a chance to win. Brought to you by Giant Eagle, Cheez-It, Pringles, and Coca-Cola. Go Bucks!
Health insurance companies are expected to carry health benefits, but CareSource does so much more. We look beyond doctors' offices and hospitals to see the challenges that face our members. Then we help them achieve not just better health, but better lives. Along with great benefits, we also help our members find stable jobs, housing, childcare, and rides so they can find greater independence. At CareSource, we're removing barriers. We're improving lives. We're reimagining healthcare.
Much like a vampire, we need to be invited into your house. But once we're in, we never leave. Listen to The Fan on your Alexa or Google Home smart speaker. Just say play 97.1 The Fan and prepare to be amazed. Do it now.
At NJM Insurance, we're like a symphony. It all starts by doing the right thing. Add in dedicated reps and put policyholders first. But no jingles or mascots because it's just not us. Insurance underwritten by NJM Insurance Company and its subsidiaries.
This is a Craver service announcement. Stop what you're doing and get 10 cheese sliders for a new low price of just $7.99. Your choice of melty American, spicy jalapeno, or cheddar cheese. Only $7.99 for 10 cheese sliders. White Castle. Follow your crave.
At Planet Fitness, we're declaring it. This is the year of getting stronger. And future stronger you can get started now by saving $28 or more when you join today. You in? We have all the best-in-class equipment you could ever need to keep stepping it up. And free fitness training to help you mix up your routine. Plus, most clubs are open 24 hours. So let's do this. Join Planet Fitness today and save $28 or more. Just $1 down, $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends February 28th. See Home Club for details.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Trying our best to make Tyvis Powell raise his voice at least 3 octaves.
Are you serious, dude?
You're listening to The Buckeye Show.
Presented by Coors Light.
Timmy and Tyvis and our friend Adam King popping into the studio. We're going to get to the Power 5 in just a minute, but hey.
Hey-oh.
Yeah,
it's that time of the day.
I, once again, want to tell you about my guys at Tri-State Men's Health because in addition to treating low testosterone, they are experts at finding effective treatments for erectile dysfunction and other men's sexual health issues as well. And when you talk about love, you want to make sure that you treat your ED the way it's got to be treated because it can cause relationship issues. It can push partners away. Then it becomes a bigger problem. It can cause depression, breakups, even it can contribute to divorce. Don't let ED do that. Let Tri-State Men's Health help figure out your situation. They got treatments with success rates well over 90%. You could be doing it the day after your appointment if you're like a lot of men that see them. Call them at 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. They got the 2 lovely locations right here in Central Ohio. Adam King of 10 TV, hopping all over the place today. Saw you on the TV.
It's where I work, 10 TV. At
Stadium
the shoe.
Series, let's go.
Yeah, they were spraying water down, and you know what water becomes?
Ice, baby. Ice, baby. Speaking of ice.
Dun, 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 dun.
This is stupid.
It's great radio. That's great
just
radio.
Fantastic, yeah.
Somebody thought they changed the channel for a second. Like, is that Ice? Wow, that sounds really good.
My goodness.
Are they a boy band?
Let's hit it. Let's rank things on a Friday night.
Because there's nothing better to do on a Friday night, let's just rank 5 things. It's the Buckeye Show's Power 5.
I'll tell you why in a moment, but I'm going to acquiesce and give Mr. King the first list. But we're in the realm of frozen treats here tonight. So Adam's got his top 5 ice cream joints in Central Ohio. Now, this is important because Bodie Wells' number one vice, like if he could go crazy with any food and calories were of no issue, he would have that be ice cream above pizza, burgers, whatever. Ice cream guy, Bodie Wells.
That is correct. Yep.
What is your favorite flavor of ice cream?
That would be s'mores from Grader's, Tyvis.
Wow.
He's even got the place.
I'll tell you this much.
He made me want to go try it.
I'll tell you this much. My girlfriend might be the most ice cream obsessed person I've ever met.
It's a perfectly sane thing to be obsessed about.
It really is
one of the most fantastic
Are you ready for
foods ever
this?
created.
I don't think I've ever told her this. I don't think she would ever know this. I didn't like ice cream when I met her. It was too cold for me.
That's very fitting.
Hold on.
That fits him, doesn't it?
No,
doesn't like ice cream. He's a maniac. He wouldn't like ice cream.
I love ice cream now because I have to eat it 8 days a week.
Imagine liking ice cream.
I've decided it's
Wild,
not bad.
right?
It's not terrible. Is Cold Stone on this list? Well, so let me tell you this. I had braces for a long time, and so when it hit my teeth, it just annoyed me, and so I was. But I've come around.
Let's hear the list. I'm dying to hear the list.
All right.
5.
Starting at number 5.
Or you could be like Dane or Tyvis on a given Friday and just start at number 1. And
we're going to start at number 3. Starting at 5, Wits. I like Wits ice cream.
I like Wits.
I grew up in Gahanna. There was a Wits there. I loved it. Could walk there. It was delicious. Yeah. So one thing you'll learn about
me. It's a little low on the list for me.
One thing you'll learn about me with ice cream. I like soft serve. I want my ice cream soft. I don't want my ice cream icy. I don't want to have to work to eat this thing.
I like all kinds.
I'm about to say.
I like the ice milk kind of ice cream.
Not
sometimes.
for me.
Sometimes you
That's
want
your Johnson's real ice cream. Yeah. Spoiler, it's not on the list because that's icy.
Sometimes you want that though.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Okay. You guys enjoy your ice cream.
All right, number 4.
Number 4, Jenny's.
Yeah.
I love Brambleberry Crunch from Jenny's.
Costs you about $36
Sure it does. Every time you walk in, they just take your credit card, and you never know how much they're swiping that for. So that's number 4.
Would you like to give me a 30% tip, a 50% tip, or an 80% tip?
Ma'am, you scooped my ice cream. I don't know why it's telling me I need to tip $46.
What flavor did you just say? The
Brambleberry.
Yeah, that's the crisp, right?
Yes.
That's good. Yep. That's good.
Now, my number 3, I don't know if anybody here will have tried this, but I had it last night. Little Lady's Soft Serve in Polaris is, I think, one of the best ice cream places in Columbus.
Is Little Lady?
It's so it's on the other side of the mall. So Polaris is over here. You got out the interstate. You got to go to the other side.
Just one
more
location?
Towards Westerville. As far as I know, it's just one location. It is absolutely delicious. Take whoever you know.
What's the name of it?
It's in Westerville, Tyvis. Come on, get on.
That's what makes me shocked.
Tyvis,
4.8 on Google.
And honestly,
looks good.
3, it could be 2 for me because it's so good.
Oh, this is they used to have a truck.
Oh, they used to have
I've had them.
And they good?
Oh, my. Well, it's just all the toppings.
The toppings
and the creations on their menu.
Ice cream is second to them.
Oh, my God. Yes. That's phenomenal stuff.
Yes.
I had it once. They were near the neighborhood.
See,
we went out and found them.
How about me? I could have just gone with the stereo. No, I reached around for that one. I went and found
Jack
a good
Reacher.
Easy, Tiger.
What's
number 2?
Number 2.
Handles.
Yes.
Perfect soft serve.
Oh, Hilliard boys.
There's one in Powell. So
Ryan Baker stumbles out of his house drunk and is right there at Handles.
Amazing.
That's how close he can
I now know where Baker lives.
He can
across
yell
from Steak and
to
Shake.
the Handles. Yes,
amazing.
He's eating steak and shake. He's getting ice cream. Yeah,
Handles.
Really
and then number 1, I went to school in Cincinnati.
Great.
It's great. It's the best ice cream in the world. You
need to go to Cleveland.
The black cherry.
Yeah. Just anything at Grader's.
Anything at Grader's.
You need to go to Cleveland and have Mitchell's ice cream. You'll change your
Mitchell's.
Hey, Tyvis. Why don't you go to Cincinnati and have Grader's ice cream, okay?
All right, I can get it right here.
Why don't you go to Cincinnati and have
Why
Graders?
don't you go to Hilliard and shut the hell up?
Why don't you
and have Dairy Queen?
Why don't you go
right
try
there by
the
the
ice
circle.
cream stop around your house? The little ladies that's delicious, okay?
Because Wits is literally right up the street.
All right, Adam.
Yes.
Thank you for the list.
You're welcome.
That's good. That was
This
really
is my
good.
favorite
I liked
segment
it.
we do, by the way.
Adam King is here. So, in honor of Mike Todd, our friend who is the in-game announcer and does a wonderful job at that, he adds to the experience for all the boys and girls that go to Blue Jackets games.
On the power play.
He's got a Dairy Queen. And every now and then,
owns a Dairy Queen?
Yeah, out of the goodness of his heart.
Oh, that's sweet. I didn't know
He
that.
brings in a lot of treats. And Tyvus, the freezer, they're for everybody. We've got like 6 boxes of stuff. Yeah, we got him. He came by today. You didn't come to work early enough, so you missed him. So my top five Dairy Queen frozen treats for me. Old classic, the Mr. Misty. Loved getting the cold,
Delicious.
refreshing
Big
drink.
fan. Big
Lemon
fan.
lime my whole childhood.
Yep.
Number 4, the Peanut Buster Parfait. Classic.
Oh, that's a good one.
Peanuts, layered, hot fudge.
Oh, I love hot fudge.
Number 3, and I've been doing this more recently. If I go there for the treat, I'll just get myself a whole box of Dilly bars.
That's what you should
I'll
do.
take it back home.
That's what you're known for. That's very
Take them back home. Number 2, a classic Blizzard, but I got to give you my topping for it.
What is
like a
it?
standard one, Butterfinger is my go-to
That's- you
for
know
the
what?
Blizzard.
That's the kind of thing you only get when you're getting you're not walking into a store and saying, you know what I want today? A Butterfinger.
And number
It's like my
1,
father-in-law.
number 1, it's the classic. What do you think it is? A top treat?
An ice cream sundae.
No, it's the classic Dairy Queen. It's the dipped cone. The dipped cone.
Okay, well,
I'm
that's-
more of a twist guy.
Yeah. I'll say this.
No.
I just
Harden
learned
the
how this
chocolate.
segment is supposed to go, and it's not supposed to be 3 minutes on each one of your numbers. I'll tell you that. Timmy did his whole list faster than I did one of mine. Noted for next time.
Yes. Didn't have enough time to expand a lot. Adam, you're going to stick around. We're going to talk some
What about
college football
Tyvus's
here.
list?
We don't have time for the list.
Oh, well, sorry, boss.
My list is very similar to Timmy's.
We'll brush it up at the end of the next segment, okay?
Oh, that's my bad.
We could be witnessing, Tyvus mentioned this earlier. Tyvus did mention this earlier. Could we be witnessing the beginning of the end of something in college football? That and more as we keep our finger on the college football pulse. It's the Buckeye Show on the Fan.
Matty Ice has a large tattoo on his calf of LeBron eating a lion. I have nothing else to say. Rockman and Ice.
Weekdays from noon to 3.
The Fan.
There's one medical team in Central Ohio skilled enough to care for your favorite Ohio State team, and Buckeyes everywhere. The Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center is your choice for the most highly specialized orthopedic and sports medicine care. Our surgeons, physicians, and physical therapists have access to the most advanced treatments and innovative recovery approaches to get you back in your game. Because on or off the field, our team is your team. The choice for your orthopedic care is clear.
Things are popping at Al's Delicious Popcorn. With over 80 flavors to choose from, we have something for everyone. From classics like caramel cashew, white cheddar, and our famous vanilla butternut to new flavors like chicken and waffles and spicy barbecue. They are all made fresh and they are all delicious. Visit us online at alspopcorn.com or come see us and experience the best service in town at 1500 Bethel Road in Columbus. Al's Delicious Popcorn.
Hey, Ohio State fan, are you ready for game day? Get hyped and get your crew going with the Buckeye Meal at BK. For $20, you'll get 1 juicy flame grilled Whopper sandwich, 1 original chicken sandwich, 2 mouthwatering cheeseburgers, 3 crispy golden small fries, and 3 refreshing small drinks. Grab your $20 Buckeye Meal today and share the taste of victory. At BK, have it your way. You rule. Limited time only at participating Ohio area restaurants. Tax extra. BK is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
It's Toyota truck and all-wheel drive season with more all-wheel drive choices than anyone else, including the best-selling RAV4. Now through March 3rd, you can get 4.99 APR financing on a new gas-powered 25 RAV4 or lease a gas-powered 25 RAV4 LE for $339 a month for 36 months with $32.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS. Tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
You hungry? You know you are. We got chicken fingers, crunchy, fries are golden crispy, baby. Yo, don't forget about the cane sauce, baby. Ooh, right here's the spot. Hello.
military veterans, and active duty service members. You could become a certified cyber warrior with just 12 weeks of training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, and IT pros with these skills often enjoy abundant opportunity and a great lifestyle. Protect our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. GI Bill, SkillBridge, and other VA benefits are available to those who qualify. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. That's mycomputercareer.edu/CWP.
Getting cold feet? Call Care Heating and Cooling and we'll fix your furnace fast. Call 1-800-COOLING.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good evening. I'm Buddy Wells. We'll start with the NBA as the Cavaliers play on the second night of a back-to-back after beating the Nets in Brooklyn last night, 110-97. Tonight, the Cavs will host the New York Knicks. They're just about to tip off right now here at 7 o'clock up in Cleveland. On Saturday, the Blue Jackets are back from the midseason break. Tomorrow night, the CBJ hosts the Blackhawks. Face-off at Nationwide Arena is at 7. Pre-game coverage will get started at 6:30 tomorrow evening right here on The Fan. In soccer, the Columbus Crew have their season opener tomorrow night as they host Chicago. Kickoff at Lower.com Field is set for 7:30 tomorrow night. And in college basketball, both the Ohio State men and women will play on Sunday this weekend. The Ohio State women are at home as they host Purdue at the Shot. Tip-off is at noon. And the Buckeye men begin their two-game trip out in L.A. as they face the UCLA Bruins at 3:45. Timmy Hall will get you warmed up for that game starting at 2:45 here on The Fan on Sunday afternoon. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
It's time for the College Football Pulse on the Buckeye Show.
Timmy Hall, Tyvis Powell. We've got our 10 TV sports anchor friend Adam King in the studio with us as well.
That's the second time you've called me your friend. That is so sweet.
Can you believe that? You look good today.
Oh, my gosh.
I like the jacket. If folks are watching on YouTube, they can see the little pea coat, a navy blue pea coat. You guys are allowed because blue is a color at 10 TV.
He's dapper.
Got a hood.
So what are you wearing? A nice thin jacket with a hood under that?
No, the hood comes with the pea coat.
That's with the pea coat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, interesting.
I didn't know
Quite
that.
the style, right?
I've never seen a pea coat with a hood on it.
Yeah, well, you have now, Tyvis.
So it's got a zipper on it, too. Look at that. Most people can't see.
Yeah, this is not
hear.
good radio.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Yeah,
this is television. What are you doing,
just
Timmy?
For the tube,
That's
folks.
just for the tube.
Right there.
That's just for you, although it might...
You're looking at the wrong camera.
I'm looking at the wrong...
that's
this is
the
terrible.
camera.
Let's get back. Let's get to the pulse. What are we doing?
I thought you were a TV guy. Could just figure that stuff out.
This is a disaster and a half.
Rule of thirds, right?
Wow, that's a guy that took half a class in
the white balance when you have to take the TV camera out and about. Yeah, to get it all set up just right. So, our man Bodie back there with some of the topics. We've got one that Tyvis asked Pat Murphy a question about. We're getting back into that.
Yes, Texas and the University of Southern California, who lost to Notre Dame a couple months ago, 49-35. They have joined Nebraska in canceling their 2025 spring games. Steve Sarkisian mentioned that the wear and tear of the last two seasons is the reason why. Of course, Texas 2 years ago made the semifinals, and then last year also made the semifinals, so they've had a handful of extra games there. And Sark also said that he hoped to have an NFL-style spring featuring OTAs. So I think it's just the first of what's going to be a domino effect for a lot of these schools.
So that's the issue, and we did bring it up. We were talking about this with Pat, and I first thought that they were going to have to do something more with spring games. Maybe it's going to come in another area. I still think something's going to happen, maybe in terms of one exhibition game that they can monetize. This is down the road. I'm thinking about ways where they can gain more revenue because they need more money. Because I still don't think the $20 to $21 million
because the
pool
leaders
is
of
enough.
college football need more money.
They do. No, the players need more money, not the leaders of college football.
It shouldn't have been a spring game anyway. It should have been us, Ohio State versus like OU or Akron or something.
I'll say this. I think your spring game in 2015 was the textbook of what we're going to see more of going forward. It's the spring showcase. Remember that. I think we're going to see a Pro Bowl style thing. You remember when Cardale and JT were throwing the ball, who can throw longer and all that stuff?
Let's see who can throw their shoulder out here.
It's not going to be. It's not going to be a game this year. And we
2015 was a good one, because I had an interception in that game.
Travis, I don't know why you thought we had to make this about you.
No, I think we lost.
Didn't you have to? If you lost, you had to shovel.
Yeah.
Or do you know what? Didn't they have to do something?
No,
like
you got
Buckeye
to mulch.
They had to mulch Buckeye
You got to
Grove.
do the mulch, and you got to walk back to the Woody.
Dang.
Man,
I think we lost. I'm pretty sure I had to walk back.
That's a bad day.
And I think I skipped out of mulching. I forgot what I did.
Oh, my gosh. What a leader Tyvis is.
You know what? I did. Me and Zeke both skipped out of it because we both had surgery on our wrists.
Bruise on the wrist.
So
Tyvis.
full of it. You're just, that tells me all I need to know.
Well, here's the thing that we know is that spring games are only viable in a certain number of places. There's not very many cities and college towns across the country that can put even, 40,000 fans, probably even 20 or 25,000 fans in a stadium. And then for the shoe, you're saying, oh, that's a terrible spring game. You want to have enough hype and passion around the team going into next season that you can chase down 90,000 or 100,000, then have Danny Cannell yell about it on his radio show saying that there's nothing better to do in Columbus than to go to a spring game.
But you know what's so interesting is it's just Bodie laughing
Because
quietly.
Tallahassee is just, the New York City of the South.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Oh, what a spot down there.
I hope Florida State figure it out, man. I really
don't.
do. I do.
I hope they lose less games next year.
What did they win? One game?
They won 2.
They won 2.
Did they win?
Let's go to 0.
Yeah.
Hey, Bodie. Been 32 days since Ohio State beat Notre Dame.
Who's counting?
I think that the spring game at Ohio State has hit a point where it's struggling, only because you can't just have these guys out there hitting each other. Like, did you hit in the spring game?
Thud.
Yeah. You did thud?
Yeah.
But they did tackle at one point. I mean, it wasn't that long ago that we were tackling in the spring game.
We never tackled. We always thud. It's a quick whistle.
So, like, the second string would tackle in the spring game.
They did that like last year.
Did they?
You know what? Coach Meyer did do that.
Thank you.
So look, I think we can understand where it's going now and to hear the thoughts from some other bigger programs that actually would have a market to have fans come out and have a spring game. And, the 4 weeks that you just spent in pads playing real football games, the extension of the season, that is a thing that you can speak to, Tyvis. So coming up with some other idea, what else could be done? Could there possibly be like a one exhibition game? And
but that's
in the advance, like we have
I wouldn't call it
a month to 5 weeks to walk up to the regular season.
It would literally have to be like a scrimmage.
A scrimmage between two teams.
Because you want to get your guys ready for the season, but you don't want it to be where they're like all going all out and now it's like they're putting their bodies on the line and all those things. Like you want them to get like a quarter and a half in of just good on good, going up against some other people, have their defense run some looks that you'll see in the season, vice versa, and you two work together. Maybe do a joint practice.
That's what I'm thinking, like what the NFL does, where D'Angelo Hall can get into a fight with every single player on the other team. So, like, you do something like that, can you put it in the shoe? And if you don't want to have a full game style practice, can you have like
What's the
space? You've got space for both teams to practice and have their own field, and then maybe go to the shoe for like a quarter or 2 quarters of play.
You know what I love about Ohio State football fans is that if you told them that for $5 or $20 or $15,
right, you can go watch a practice.
You can watch Julian Sayans stretch and like get ready and make some throws. They'd show up, and that's what makes Columbus great. It's not because there's nothing to do in Columbus. It's because they love their football team so much and I am so glad that Ryan Day and Ohio State didn't say we're getting rid of this, because it is a staple every spring and always has been that for one Saturday in the spring we get to kind of.
The thing is, I don't understand why teams want to get rid of it.
Yeah, you could at least do something. Do something. You don't have to play a game. Just be there for the fans.
Literally, you have everybody's snap count from the year before. If you play 1,000 or close to 1,000 snaps, you're not playing in the spring game.
Which is Ohio State's plan this spring.
But I think what Adam's saying, and I'm on the page, you don't have to play at all.
No.
Just do a fan appreciation day out of the stadium.
Yes.
Have it be a meet and greet, whatever it is.
Like
whatever you decide.
Fans just every Saturday. I mean, I'll admit, there is just a feeling in April, the middle of April, you get together.
You get to see your football team one last time.
It quenches that thirst because I got May, June, and July where I'm not going to hear from these guys. I'm not going to see these guys. And in February, okay, we just got to get to April because we got the spring game. Just give them something. What are you doing canceling everything?
I don't know. Yeah.
It's a chance to make money. Go make money.
And you can support charities, too.
And you
with
can
something
support,
like that. You can support NIL opportunities. You can support an awful lot. What are you pointing at there, Ty?
I'm shocked that the Yankees got rid of you can wear beards now.
That's got nothing to do with college football.
Not at all.
We're having a conversation.
It threw me off, Adam.
Your poor wife. Is this what it's like at your household?
Yeah.
Did you guys have any grooming standards on the Ohio State football team?
Yeah, I show up looking like a savage every Saturday.
as much hair as humanly possible.
With you, my last year in 2015, the secondary all decided that we were not cutting our hairs for that entire season. So everybody grew their hair out in the secondary.
Could you imagine if a guy like Bryce Harper was forced to go clean shaven? He would get rid of that beautiful.
I'm surprised that rule lasted that long.
He's got a Buckeye connection, Bryce Harper.
Yes, he does. He's a big Buckeye guy. He was at the national title game.
It's what his wife was an athlete.
She was
here, right?
a soccer player.
Soccer player.
I remember going to because her roommate was my friend. And that's how I met her a long time ago. But yeah, she was very humble, very nice woman.
Tyvis, I still say, I want you clean shaven one time.
That'll never happen.
I just want to see it.
That'll never happen.
I bet you'd look good clean shaven.
I don't want to find out.
And Adam the other day, Adam King 10 TV is with us in the studio, guys. He came up to me and said, "What do you think about this beard?" And he had half of his.
I had shaved half my face.
He had already committed to shaving. He just wanted to know how good the scruff on this side looked, and if it was awful, because he was already going to go clean shaven.
In the office?
I shaved. But what was that, like 10 days growth?
No, that was 4 days.
Oh, you're becoming a man.
I am.
Wow.
Timmy, I'm really growing up.
That's good. Pinocchio is a real boy.
I have 8 hairs on my chest.
That's good. We're the same. I can do all this in a few days, but it just doesn't get any better in the next 2 weeks.
Well, I've never been able to see what happens after 5 days.
I say all this. I actually just took the beard trimmer to this yesterday because the neck beard was way too Andrew Lucky.
Has a beard all the time.
He does.
Bodie's got what I kind of want. I want the Jesse Palmer.
Yeah, he's got a shade.
Palmer.
I don't really know what to provide here, to be honest with you, but thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Jesse Palmer's is a little thicker than that.
I don't think I'm quite as good looking as Jesse Palmer.
Pretty good looking.
I could never strive for that.
Grow your hair out. Did you try growing your hair out? See what we could do?
Never. I've always had a buzz cut. So.
Bodie.
What if you have Sam Hartman hair, though?
Yeah, what are we doing?
Do we know?
I used to get a buzz cut all through school, and then I stopped.
I don't know. My hairline's as good as yours. Bodie, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Bodie, I'm not gonna lie.
If you grow it out, you can push it over it.
Yeah, exactly.
The other day, Sarah came up to me with her phone, and for some reason, maybe Notre Dame was in the air, and something got in the algorithms, or he played for Washington too, and it came up there. And she just said, "Dear God, who is this man?" It was just a stock photo of Sam Hartman. He was in his Washington practice
I can't believe
jersey.
we weren't better than last year, Tim. Or I guess 2 years ago, I should say now.
Hey, Bodie.
I said, "Oh, honey, I know someone that can tell you all about that guy."
We had the best quarterback head coach combo. Good looking.
Right.
We went 10-3, but
hey. What happened when you guys had Sam Hartman and you played Ohio State?
It's not his fault.
Oh, sorry.
DJ Brown dropped that ball.
That's right.
Still hurts.
Adam,
it's over.
It's done.
Dang.
It's done. You got to go back. You got to go to work.
Soccer style. Okay.
You got to go to work.
I do have to go to work.
11 o'clock tonight. What do you got?
11 p.m. We're talking Cruise Miss. As you can see, Timmy's rocking his crew. Where's your crew gear?
He's not supporting.
You're not. Support.
That's my jacket. That's my jacket. He's pointing at my jacket. Yeah. What do you got coming up?
More on the Stadium Series here from Don Waddell and our Athlete of the Week.
All right. Fantastic. Thanks a lot for coming in.
Hey, Timmy, it's always a pleasure.
Just a real nice surprise. Yeah. Thank you. Adam King, 10 TV. Yesterday was a full month from when the Buckeyes won the Natty. Tyvis and I going to share some of our favorite memories of it all. It's the Buckeye Show on The Fan.
We have so many local shows, I can't fit them in a 10-second promo. So let's just say we're live and local all damn day. The Fan.
Congrats, Buckeyes. Cheers for the 2024 national champions. We know there's nothing like celebrating in Columbus. So wherever you choose to celebrate, choose chill. Coors Light, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. 21 means 21. Celebrate responsibly.
Looking to sell your home? Don't pay 6% commission. Call my guys at Sell for 1% Realtors. They're full service, not a do-it-yourself kind of thing. On average, customers save over $10,000. Give them a call, 614-451-6616. That's 451-6616.
For a limited time at Speedway, get 2 big pizza slices and your favorite Coca-Cola 20-ounce for only $5 with Speedy Rewards. Choose from Classic 3-Cheese, Pepperoni, or Extreme Meat Pizza. Save big with a $5 meal deal with Speedy Rewards. Only at Speedway. Valid through 3/4/25. See app for full terms.
Guess what? Our ugly faces are on YouTube. Search 971 The Fan and watch all your favorite shows. Laptop, phone, tablet, smart TV, we're everywhere. Bring us in the bedroom with you. Yes, The Fan.
Giant Eagle is teaming up with Cheez-It, Pringles, and Coca-Cola to give one lucky Buckeye fan a VIP basketball experience. Go to ohiostatebuckeyes.com/Giant Eagle to enter for a chance to win 4 tickets with parking to the March 4th home finale against Nebraska, a Buckeye prize pack, a $200 Giant Eagle gift card, and a trip to the head coach's radio show. Enter today at ohiostatebuckeyes.com/Giant Eagle for a chance to win. Brought to you by Giant Eagle, Cheez-It, Pringles, and Coca-Cola. Go Bucks!
Life is more fun with a pal. So is pizza. So check out Donato's new $5 Pizza Pals menu. Order any large pizza and add on your choice of a sub, salad, wings, a 10-inch pizza, and more for just $5. It's the new $5 Pizza Pals menu from Donato's. More toppings, more flavor, more fun. Donato's. Gotta love more.
Everybody knows that Roosters is a fun, casual joint with their award-winning waitstaff, great food, fun, and laughter. It's a quick stop on the way home to sit back and unwind. It's a front row seat to the big game. Roosters is where you, your family, and friends can order pizzas, sandwiches, salads, and more. And the home of award-winning wings that are fresh, never frozen, and so big you won't believe it. It's your family's other dinner table. Roosters, a fun, casual joint, and the official wing sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Health insurance companies are expected to carry health benefits, but CareSource does so much more. We look beyond doctors' offices and hospitals to see the challenges that face our members. Then we help them achieve not just better health, but better lives. Along with great benefits, we also help our members find stable jobs, housing, childcare, and rides so they can find greater independence. At CareSource, we're removing barriers. We're improving lives. We're reimagining healthcare.
It's Toyota truck and all-wheel drive season with more all-wheel drive choices than anyone else, like the family-size Highlander and the bigger, more powerful Grand Highlander. Now through March 3rd, get any new Highlander or Grand Highlander with 6.49 APR financing up to 72 months, including hybrid models with $1,681 per thousand borrowed, subject to approved credit through TFS. Plus, you get 2 years no-cost maintenance. For complete details, go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
At Kroger, an annual Boost membership just got even better. Now you can choose from Disney Plus with ads, Hulu with ads, or ESPN Plus on us when you sign up. Plus, enjoy unlimited free delivery, double fuel points, exclusive offers, and free items. Sign up for a Boost membership today. It's an easier way to save, including new streaming options to relax with while we deliver your groceries. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Plenty of clouds around, a bit of a breeze and chilly on this Friday, but at least we're dry. Temperatures in the upper 20s, down to the mid-teens, and partly cloudy skies with light winds by Saturday morning. And after a chilly start, a decent finish. Mostly sunny skies and light winds and highs in the low to mid-30s. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
Buckeye Talk and the latest updates on Ryan Day's beard. You're listening to The Buckeye Show.
Timmy Hall, Tyvis Powell, all you fine Buckeye fans. Our friend Adam King from 10 TV spending some time with us the last couple of segments. That was fun. Tri-State Men's Health Day continues because I told you last time about how they can treat erectile dysfunction. They're also experts at treating the other thing, low testosterone, or low T as we call it. My journey was always sort of trying to get to the end of the day, right? Mm-hmm. Maybe I didn't have a sugar rush that day, and I just sort of was getting sleepy after the show. It's 9 o'clock, but I want to stay up for another couple hours. I want to watch more Jack Reacher, you know? Mm-hmm. I want to watch some shows, and I want to be hopped up, and I want to have good conversation and hang out with people. But sometimes, you know, the low T can be an issue there. You might be feeling sluggish and tired, not sleeping well. Maybe the workouts aren't great. You're not all puffed up and muscly like Tyvis. You want to get that back. You want the libido back because you start losing all your testosterone production, 2 to 3% of it every year. You don't realize it's happening. Then all of a sudden you don't feel like the same guy. You hit that big 4-0. You're at a certain place in your life. You might need a little help. So check them out, tristatemenshealth.com. 2 wonderful locations right here in Central Ohio. That first appointment is just $99. Sign up for the testosterone treatment the day of the appointment, and your visit is free. Take all their mints, too.
Yes.
Take them all. They'll get more.
I was tempted to grab them today.
You should have grabbed like 5 or 10. You didn't give me any mints.
I should have grabbed. I didn't grab any.
No, you should have. You seen them there.
They right there.
Did you
as soon
see
as you check in, they right here.
You see them?
I seen it.
Yeah. You didn't bring them. TriStateMen'sHealth.com. All right, Tyvis. Yesterday it was buzzing. It was all over social media. 1 month. 1 month had ticked past since the Buckeyes did the unimaginable. Actually, we all imagined it. Mm-hmm. But, you know, they had to prove it. Yeah. They had to regroup and rebound and come together as a team and win 4 games against 4 really, really good football teams and good programs in general. And a lot of thoughts, a lot of memories were being shared, clips on social media. I'm sure a lot of you guys saw it, and we're partaking. Just thought that we could maybe be an open book and talk about some of the things that we were either involved with and, you know, how we were covering the team. Beam and I obviously are going to have some fond memories about it, sharing the post-game shows together and talking about 4 great wins, which was a lot of fun because that team started to roll. I mean, there was the only one where I would say, well, I won't even do Notre Dame like that. I won't do them like that because it got down to the 3rd down and 11, and that's going to be a memory.
Those first 10 minutes were
that was bad.
That was awesome.
Yeah. That was bad.
Not even going to do Notre Dame like that. Yes, you can. You can. It was one of them.
It was one of them.
It was one of them. Shellac. It should have been. Bodie know it.
Should have been, could have been, but it wasn't.
A one-score game in the fourth quarter.
One-score game in the fourth quarter. Had to make a play.
There was no moment in that game that I thought Notre Dame was going to win this game.
I'm not saying
there's a massive gap between that and a shellacking.
True.
Yeah,
I didn't think we were going to win either.
I'm not saying that there was an ass kicking. It wasn't.
But it wasn't a shellacking.
No, it wasn't.
The Oregon game was a shellacking. So was the Tennessee game.
The Texas game was not a shellacking.
Notre Dame was not.
A tight game.
Ohio State was the better team in control for the most part. Texas, when they got down to the goal line, they had a chance to tie it there. Notre Dame never got that shot, but
they did have a chance to get the football back if
and
they
then
had
could have tied it.
Yeah, but Ohio State had some guts and threw it deep, got the look that they wanted, and came up with one of the great plays in program history alongside the Jack Sawyer play, which was a little bit better than that one at the end of the Notre Dame game, I think, just because you know why. Because it's a defensive score.
Yeah.
They're so improbable. There's nothing more momentum shifting than a defensive score, right? In a pivotal spot of a football game.
Very demoralizing to the other team, and it just blow the roof off the place for the team that scored.
Steve Miller Band.
Yeah,
right.
When Steve caught that touchdown and took it to the house, it was at that moment where I was like, "Oh yeah, it's over. We not losing this game." Steve, they pulled this off. It's done.
You know what I remember though? To go back to the start of it too, and Adam, I was asking Adam some of his memories as he was walking out the studio, and we talked about the Tennessee game for a little bit.
Yeah,
the one that started it.
Yeah,
home game. I mean, how could that not be one of the foremost memories of this run for a lot of Buckeye fans? And it just felt. There was weirdness to it.
They was at a crossroad because it was like a lot of fans was like, they was boycotting the game. That was the Ryan Day they wanted him fired.
People were kind of ready for them to get
tickets
dog walked
to Tennessee.
at home. Yeah.
All of that. Tennessee's got remember we did the show, it was a whole bunch of Tennessee fans on campus because
that's right.
Everybody went home.
We were on High Street on that Friday night.
Yeah, and it was a whole bunch
Time's
of
whole family came out, and then it was a bunch of Tennessee fans too.
So it was like the vibe was like the fans kind of like, it is what it is.
Well, it was just you kind of felt like you were being invaded too, even for the fans that were in for the fight, even for the fans that were completely locked in and behind the team and ready for the run. There were a lot of Tennessee fans, clearly, that came up there.
Absolutely.
They wanted it bad. They came in with their chests puffed out, and we're Tennessee. We're going to
shirts off.
We're going to crush you guys and head back to Knoxville.
Said it wasn't cold, Tim.
The shirts off, right? Like the cold doesn't bother us. I don't care if the cold doesn't bother you.
That was the funniest
You're about to
thing.
get your asses kicked in football.
The funniest
We're
part.
not playing, is it cold or not? We're playing, can you stop Travion Henderson, Will Howard, and Jeremiah Smith? And the answer is clearly no.
The funniest part about all of that is that cold definitely got to them in that game. But that was the game. I feel like we knew Jeremiah Smith was like really good. But like that game was like, when you realize, like, can't nobody check this man. Like, one-on-one, you truly cannot check him because Tennessee had a corner who was like PFF had him graded like pretty high as one of the top cover guys. And that's why they felt they can go one-on-one. And Jeremiah just continued to bomb. I think he scored twice on 2 fades. And it was just like, oh, yeah. So that's why going into the Oregon game.
I didn't really at any point, you really didn't think Jeremiah Smith was like that? Until that?
I knew he was good.
I thought he was like that.
But like I didn't realize like you really can't do nothing with him. Like I didn't realize that part. Like
Texas obviously figured out a way to contain him and shut him down.
It wasn't a lot of man-to-man either.
No. Yeah. No, of course not. You can't do it like that. But you have to decide to take him out, and then he
had to have a Tennessee and Oregon type game for them to feel that way.
But here's the thing. Even when Texas decided to shut the water off on Jeremiah Smith, this is another big memory from that game, Ohio State was screwing itself because it was working. They were going to Emeka. They were going to Carnell Tate early and often in that game, and then they just started committing bonehead penalties.
Yeah.
And I don't think that game is – none of us think that game is close or needs a Jack Sawyer type of play to shut it down if they don't make all those mistakes. But they did. They needed the Travion screen at the end. That's a great memory.
Yeah.
Obviously, Jack doing his thing.
Yeah. That Texas game was good because it was really a tale of two halves. The first half of that game, I thought our offensive line and defensive line was lights out. And then in the second half, I felt like Texas got their rhythm, and I think they started making plays. That was like, okay, the trench play is pretty even. Now, who's going to make the plays? And having that receiver go out, obviously that was a big play. But Quinn just never was Quinn. Like, that was the thing.
He wasn't.
They did a good job of making him just uncomfortable the entire game.
The defense was just incredible.
Yeah.
The defense just stepped up and had an incredible run. This was actually Coach Day. You remember when he hopped on Rothman and Ice's show on the cell phone?
Yeah, he called.
A few days after it's done.
Yep.
This was him talking about how the last few days since all of it ended had been a blur.
It's all kind of a blur. You get back to the hotel and you don't even know what time it is, but you just run it on adrenaline and you just try to celebrate with your close friends and obviously your family. And that's exactly what we did. And wasn't much sleep the next morning. We had to go to the press conference, myself, Cody, and Will, but we muscled through that, and we've been quickly enjoying the last few days together. We had a great dinner last night as a team. We're going to have the celebration on Sunday, but the next year's not going to wait around, so we're right back to work.
I love it. You like how I read into that cut by saying Ryan Day was talking about how it had all been kind of a blur?
It's all kind of a blur.
Perfect, right?
It was. Look at you. That's a guy who prepares.
That's how we label our audio.
You prepared well.
All right, coming up in 2 minutes, me, Bone, Panama Ted, we're all taking a deep dive into an event earlier today. We never want to see the Buckeyes participate in this event. Tell you what that is in 2 minutes. It's the Buckeye Show on the Fan.
There's one medical team in Central Ohio skilled enough to care for your favorite Ohio State team, and Buckeyes everywhere. The Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center is your choice for the most highly specialized orthopedic and sports medicine care. Our surgeons, physicians, and physical therapists have access to the most advanced treatments and innovative recovery approaches to get you back in your game. Because on or off the field, our team is your team. The choice for your orthopedic care is clear.
It's Toyota truck and all-wheel drive season with more all-wheel drive choices than anyone else. Now through March 3rd, get 4.99 APR financing on remaining new 24 Tacomas and new 25s. Excludes TRD Pro and Trail Hunter. Or lease a new 24 Tacoma SR5 for just $285 a month for 36 months with $32.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS. Tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Congrats, Buckeyes. Cheers for the 2024 national champions. We know there's nothing like celebrating in Columbus. So wherever you choose to celebrate, choose chill. Coors Light, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. 21 means 21. Celebrate responsibly.
For a limited time at Speedway, get 2 big pizza slices and your favorite Coca-Cola 20-ounce for only $5 with Speedy Rewards. Choose from classic 3-cheese, pepperoni, or extreme meat pizza. Save big with a $5 meal deal with Speedy Rewards. Only at Speedway. Valid through 3/4/25. See app for full terms.
Build your cybersecurity skills and prep for thousands of open positions employers are desperate to fill. Attend classes live online or on campus. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today. Financial aid is available to those who qualify.
The Buckeye Show is sponsored by CareSource, proud to be your home for Ohio State Athletics. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Stickers on helmets make us happy. This is the Buckeye Show.
Timmy and Tyvis, happy Friday to all you fine Buckeye fans. If you missed anything on the show so far tonight, we had some conversations with Adam King. We did our top ice cream spots here in Central Ohio. We did Beers and Buckeyes with Pat Murphy talking about this Buckeye men's hoops team and the awful, awful display in a 21-point home loss to Northwestern. Where can they get all that?
They can go wherever they get their podcast from. Search the Buckeye Show. You'll see a picture of Timmy Hall, and you'll have every show we've ever done. So you can catch up on all your Buckeye Show audio. Bodie will have that available to you roughly 5 minutes after the show ends.
And, of course, they're all in a library on our YouTube channel as well. If you want to watch them back later and put it up on the big screen late at night. You imagine just not watching an Amazon Prime show or a Netflix show and just watching old Buckeye Show reruns instead?
Wouldn't that be something?
How happy would that family be?
I do love when our guy Tyler in Digital, who cuts stuff, and he I see some of the clips and I just laugh and look at the fun that we have.
That's what we do.
Look at the fun that Timmy and I have.
You're a fun guy. You are.
And then and then I watched your happy birthday thing on IG yesterday.
Yeah.
All our clips.
Yeah, they gave you the little birthday of they give you the year in review basically.
Pretty much.
For you.
Yeah.
What was your favorite one? Because I don't know how many people here follow me on Instagram, although you can. I'm at Timmy Hall 971. What was your favorite one?
I was watching the one where we were talking about Ryan Day.
His beard.
Yeah.
Not his beard.
No, it wasn't his beard.
His look.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's
just
the one.
the look.
The look on here, how he's aged.
We were looking at a photo of when he was announced the coach, and he really hasn't been here that long. And it was, I'm convinced that was a different human being when they lost that game to Michigan.
He looked like he was
like he lost 20 pounds in the aftermath of that Michigan game in just the 10 or 15 minutes from them being on the field.
It was a very nonchalant look on his face.
I don't even know if it was nonchalant. It was more...
It was emotionless.
Yeah, it was more like dead inside.
Yeah.
Not even nonchalant. Nonchalant's just more like, I'm cool. No, like he was not cool. Like it was.
Yeah, it was.
It mattered. It affected him, and for good reason, right? Like it was tough to see, like tough to watch him like that in that moment. But it was all part of the experience, Russ. It was all part of it and how they got here. So we were talking about this. We're shooting the breeze about Buckeye basketball earlier today, and obviously those conversations were not great because there wasn't really anything great to say about yesterday. But again, I want to make it clear, most of us, including me, not giving up, not throwing in the towel.
You bet not. It's a lot of season.
Yeah, it's a lot of season.
A lot of season, but it's a lot of basketball
they're
to be
in
played.
the picture right now.
Yes.
And again, I'm not trying to go and set the standard and say 15 and 12 is where they want to be. If you're still doing this 2, 3, 4 years into this, obviously that's a problem. Like you can't have that. This is year one. This is get it back, right? Start getting it back. You're not, even if you miss the tournament in year one, like I would like to see more. And I know a lot of people can fly off the handle and they're just going to point to Dusty May and say, that's that. What we're doing this year, clearly it's never going to work. I'm not ready to think like that. I'm going to give the man his chances and trust the process.
You have to. The thing about this is you have to see. I can only judge Jake Diebler off of when he gets the recruiting classes that he wants and when he gets the nice pieces out of the portal. Like once that happens,
but hey, you can put it on them for this roster.
Yeah.
Aside from he hasn't had a chance to recruit au naturel yet.
Yes.
But every year, this is the nature of the beast. Like it's a year-to-year type of thing. So every year you get a chance to go out and essentially rebuild the team.
And that's
reload the cupboard and go out and recruit in the portal.
And that's the new basketball world we live in.
And they picked a couple guys on the front line that don't seem to be working
with some a bona fide big good guard play. And if he can't get it done like that, then it's like, all right, that's when you start looking like, all right, it might be you.
Well, it's up to them to go out and get a bona fide big guy.
Yes, it is.
You got to go and do that.
Well, people got to continue to donate to your collectives to help this Buckeye team. You can always donate to, 1870 and the foundation. So there you go. You can.
Are you really? You're going to put it on the fans to get it done?
I mean, hey, listen.
Don't do that.
They did it with the football team.
Yeah.
They was very generous in donating to help the football team get to a national championship.
I think that's more
thing with the basketball team.
I think that's more like big spenders and big boosters that help get that stuff done. It's not the little guys.
You never know. Listen,
little guys, here's what I say.
If there are 5 million Buckeye fans and all 5 million donated $5, makes a big difference.
Man,
just $5.
Just $5 to your local Buckeyes.
I got 5 on it.
I got 5 on it. I still say you're in a place and you want to
go buy a Cooper Flag.
Yeah, right.
Don't forget about the NBA. You can come back for your sophomore year. Come to Columbus.
He dropped a hint, didn't he?
What, that he's leaving?
No, he dropped a hint recently about how he wouldn't mind staying.
Oh, sure.
We do this.
Oh, please. That $50 million.
Oh, please.
We've done this.
Maybe you know what, though? Maybe he watched the Wizards and he's like, wait a second.
Well, they gotta win the lottery first.
Maybe they'll rig it for him.
There have been plenty of times where teams that finished dead last.
I hate the lottery.
I hate the lottery, too.
I say if you suck, you get that first pick.
I hate. Well, no, because this makes it so people don't tank.
No, they still tank. That's the problem.
It hasn't been as bad though in recent years.
That's the problem though. There's still teams that are just gross.
What if the Wizards
and there's
don't
more
get
of them?
What if the Wizards don't get it?
They probably won't.
Then they,
because they're the Wizards.
Ain't that your team?
There's no Kwame Brown for them to draft this year.
Cooper Flag, Chris Middleton, Jordan Poole.
I think he's going to go to San Antonio. Calling it now.
They
just shut down Wembanyama.
He's got blood clots.
Quiet little tank.
They're going to get down there. Malachi Branham.
But Cooper Flag, De'Aaron Fox, and Wemby.
Vassell. Castle.
And are you just naming Spurs? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I guess so. I'm thinking of how the roster will look out.
Oh my God! No one knows.
You don't know what the Spurs?
No one that's listening to you has any idea.
You don't know who
what you're saying.
Vassell is?
I know who he is. but no one else does.
Castle just did the dunk contest.
Yeah.
He just came in second place.
Mac McFlung jumping over a car. All right, let me tell you about this, because I know, Tyvis, you already told me that you had not heard of this yet. Bodie, had you heard of what the college basketball crown is?
I have not.
Remember that? So they announced this before the start of the season, sometime in the offseason, that Fox Sports and AEG are setting this thing up, and it's going to be an annual men's college basketball tournament. So clearly, with it being operated by Fox and FS1 being the TV partners, it is going to be initially a 16-team event for teams from the Big East, Big 10, and Big 12, as well as 10 other at-large teams. So, I mean, I assume you still don't have to do this. It's going to go up against the NIT. The timing of this thing is interesting because it's going from March 31st to April 6th. So it's basically right around where the Final Four and the national championship are going to be played.
Okay.
But if you're playing in a tournament like this, here's the reason why I say, like, obviously you never want to see Ohio State taking part in this.
No.
That was the kicker.
No.
I don't ever want to see Ohio State in this. I understand that.
I don't like them in the NIT either.
No. But I do understand that if you do miss the NCAA, you would take that. And there's some years like last year, I did want them to take the invitation and keep playing to start pushing forward to next year. You don't have to be happy about it, but once you miss the NCAA, take it, try to do everything that you can do. But yeah, you don't want to ever be thinking about your team being in a tournament that is not the NCAA tournament, but just telling you what it is, because this is sort of a new thing and maybe you haven't even heard about it or know about it, but they're coming after the NIT. So I think the NIT might be just a 16-team field. So it keeps drawing back. It was always a 32-team field.
Okay.
And I know they took it out of Madison Square Garden for the first time in forever. The last year, I believe it ended at Hinkle Fieldhouse in Indianapolis.
Why would they do that?
I know. That was always the mecca.
I like
the
that.
thing.
Yeah. Like if you didn't make it to the big tournament, at least you got to play in there.
A chance.
Yeah.
At least you had a chance to go to the Garden for the Final Four and to win an NIT. The Buckeyes won it there with that.
The juice away from it.
Right. So that's what they have. We were kind of talking about this in the office today and just how strange this might look and what kind of teams are going to get, if they're even going to get the teams that they want, like an Indiana type of squad, right? If Indiana doesn't go to the NCAA, would they play in something like this? And I think the fact that it's in late March, if you are done and maybe you don't want to have postseason play because a coach is leaving, there's a lot of disruption, you might not even have a team to put out on the court. As fast as everything's going to be moving, where guys are already announcing they're jumping in the portal, and they might already be done with the team and thinking about the next step.
That's what makes it kind of dicey. A lot of people use this just to get the young guys out there to look for the future anyways. You know, if you're not playing in the big tournament, you just use this to prepare yourself for the next season, get those young guys some chemistry, get them going up against other guys and stuff like that. So that's all these tournaments will be used for.
Oh, here's the thing. Here's the thing that I'm reading here. As I mentioned earlier in the segment, I missed this from before when doing the reading about it. The proposal at this time indicates that teams selected from those three conferences, I mentioned 2 automatic qualifiers from the Big East, Big 10, and Big 12, would be required to participate in the college basketball crown.
You ain't got no choice.
Which would make it impossible for them to also be in the NIT. So if you do miss the NCAA and you're in one of those next 2 out situations, they're going to get you. But again, what would your team look like?
What do you mean
if you miss the NCAA and you're not happy
to go?
I'm just telling you, yeah, they made a deal. They made a deal, but there could be NIL money involved. There could be some things that you could explain to the players as a reason to stay because you could get paid. Let's use this as a stepping stone and part of the process of getting back to the NCAAs next year.
I guess.
It's just strange. It's just strange. There's still a lot of questions I would have about an event like that. All right, the very best with the Buckeyes on the social fronts, including some excitement for something happening in T-8 days. Hashtag Buckeyes is next. It's the Buckeye Show on The Fan.
If you consider yourself a Buckeye fan, you've come to the right place. This is your heritage sports talker and home of Ohio State athletics, The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Need inspiration? Shop Kroger for thousands of appetizing ingredients that inspire countless mouth-watering meals with savings beyond low prices. Like digital coupons worth over $600 each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. So you can get big flavors and big savings. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
You can save big on 12 packs of Coca-Cola, Pepsi, or 7-Up. Right now, select varieties are buy 2, get 2 free with your card. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus is the place to be for all the basketball action. Watch every game at once with over 50 feet of video wall and more than 30 TVs. Endless chances to win big. Show off your jump shot in our King of the Court drawings or create your perfect bracket for a shot at Penn Cash. Enjoy food and bucket specials all tournament long. Guarantee your spot. Reserve a table now at HollywoodColumbus.com. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Hello, I'm Ross Bjork, Senior Vice President and Eugene Smith, Wolf Foundation Endowed Athletics Director at The Ohio State University. In partnership with AEP, Donato's, Kroger, The Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center, Huntington, and 10 TV, Ohio State Athletics strives to inspire the community to make a positive impact on children and families in our great state through the Buckeyes Care Initiative. Show and share your support in the community by using the hashtag BuckeyesCare.
Come on over to Hartland and join our family.
Now, community banking is the lifeblood of the American financial system, building strong, lasting relationships. We're just better able to help guide you down life's road. Flexibility is paramount to success. Community banking is alive and well in the Heartland. I'm Scott McComb. Come on over to Heartland, where banking really feels good.
Where banking feels good.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change will help ease your oil change-anxiety. Picture expert technicians who are quick but not rushed. When you hear the bell, breathe in and out. Now, let go of your oil change-anxiety. Visit Valvoline Instant Oil Change today and find automotive peace. No appointment needed.
Hi, I'm Archie Griffin, two-time Heisman Trophy winner. The right coverage can be a game changer, both on and off the field. That's why Encova Insurance is prepared for what's next and protects what matters most to you. With independent insurance agents in your neighborhood and innovative insurance products that can be tailored to fit your unique needs, Encova Insurance is an easy win for your peace of mind. For auto, home, and business insurance, you want Encova on your team. Visit Encova.com today to find an agent near you.
There's nothing like having Common Man and T-Bone resting on your bosom.
For someone with no breasts, you've done very well for yourself.
Gross. Pick up the latest T-shirt in the fan store or pick up merch from a show you actually like. We even have Ohio State and jacket stuff. Head to 971thefan.com.
Winter's here, and as the snow begins to pile up outside, you might find yourself dreaming of warmer days. Sunshine, barbecues, fishing, maybe even thinking about those home projects you've been putting off for forever. Why wait for spring to start planning? Now's the perfect time to get ahead. With so many roofing, gutter, and siding companies out there, it can feel overwhelming to know where to begin. With over 30 years of experience and a focus on every detail, Newman Roofing makes it simple. As a family-owned business, they're dedicated to delivering an outstanding customer experience from your first phone call all the way through to the final touches on your home. When it comes to roofing, gutters, and siding, trust the name that's been a local favorite for decades, Newman Roofing. Call Newman Roofing today at 614-NEW-ROOF. That's 614-NEW-ROOF. 614-NEW-ROOF, or visit online at newmanroofing.com.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Ohio Heating and Bryant. Doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Social media can be a cesspool. Allow us to navigate the waters. Hashtag Buckeyes.
Sponsored by The Waterworks. Call the plumbing, heating, and cooling technicians at The Waterworks and header today. Call 614-232-2222. Proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Timmy and Tyvis with that Friday night air guitar. It just hits, just feels good. Feels good. Bodeman back there. So we got a big college basketball weekend coming up as well. If you're just a fan of the sport in general, I would point you in the direction of Mad About Hoops, our little college basketball podcast that we do. It's available for download right now, anywhere you get your audio. And for the replay coming up tomorrow at 8 a.m. leads right in to you and Reese.
Hey.
Fan Sports Saturday. It's not going to be a fun final segment that leads into your show because I saved one. We have to cut our podcast and put it into 4 chunks so it can re-air on the Fan Saturday morning. And I had to save one for the Northwestern recap.
I can't wait to hear that.
And that sucks.
I can't wait to hear that.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
When you're sitting there ready to go.
You go, did you use like a nice calm voice?
I did. I was respectful. I'm like you though. I'm honest.
You gotta be.
I'm just honest with what happened. And I don't think anyone in that building, I hope, that's my hope, like, is that they wouldn't want that any other way.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to just have that be okay and have that be an acceptable thing to go out there and play the game that way. You put those jerseys on, it's got to matter.
Well, I'm glad that you are able to do that because when the Browns lose, and I don't, I try to be respectful to players because I'm not going to disrespect players. If I don't say it to if I'm not as mean as I'm supposed to be, the fans in Cleveland are upset at me. I'm just like,
that's how it goes.
I said it wasn't great. I didn't have to say they stink. I just said they're not great.
Everybody wants you to fire the coach.
Yeah.
That's just how it goes, right? Everybody wants him gone right away, and it was the worst decision ever. Time will tell. I'm going to have some faith for right now and see this thing through and see how it goes because there's been flashes, right? No consistency yet, but there's been flashes.
Against good teams, they play well.
Yeah. One thing I talked about is where are you with facial expressions in sports? Do they mean anything to you?
What do you mean by that?
I think you know what I mean.
What do you mean? Like looking at the player's face?
Like your face can sort of tell your mood.
Yes.
And I said in the post game, I talked about how I know both sides of this as a son and also as a father.
Body language.
When just talking about body language, talking about your face, like just how you're acting, how you're behaving, right? And I pointed out a situation again, like I know it's tough. I know it's difficult, but I'm seeing when John Mobley is not shooting well, he's definitely wearing it on his sleeve. And there was what I described as just total dejection.
Mm-hmm.
They had that ugly stretch. They were already down 7 at half.
Yeah.
And then they played the whole entire first period of the second half and didn't score, not even a bucket. They didn't score a point. They didn't even get to the free throw line. And Northwestern went on a 17-2 run to start the half. And they pulled him out of the game, and the TV cameras just kind of locked on him there. And he just kind of sat down there and was just staring blankly,
I hate that.
He clearly needed a moment.
I hate when that
but let's lock in. Let's go.
That blank
Let's do other things.
If I ever did that in the game, Vine would literally try to slap me.
Yeah.
Like,
and that's what it's about. Someone's got to let
anybody on defense.
You got to let each other know.
If you had that blank look in your face, somebody on defense would literally probably slap you.
And that's what I'm talking about. I will say, do you know what a kill shot is in college basketball?
No.
Or in basketball terms?
No.
But
I probably done it. What is it?
It is a 10-0. No. It's a 10-0 run for or against. Basketball is a game of runs.
Okay.
And so there's an account out there, and Rhyme Time pulled one of the graphs from this account that's really good stuff, and it tracks a lot of data, and it can tell you what type of team you are based on how many 10-0 runs you concede and then how many 10-0 runs you go on.
Okay.
And
where are we?
Ohio State is not on the positive end of that graph. It's like if you F around this much, you'll find out this much.
Yeah.
Yes, and they're up pretty high in the group of suspect teams that say never trustworthy. They concede more runs than they produce. They're not actually in that circle, but they are approaching that circle. And UCLA, the team they are about to play, is listed in the group in the circle of strong teams, always dangerous, often wins games with big runs.
Okay.
Going on a lot more 10-0 runs than the ones that they give up.
So they will not have. They have to play some good basketball and limit the runs.
They absolutely will, and they've got to find a way to not let their offense get as stagnant as it has been getting.
Yeah.
Find ways to get to the free throw line. Find ways to run some sets to get some shooters open looks and stop chucking when things don't go wrong. When things don't go right.
I'm gonna step out on a limb here, which this basketball team is a little dicey. So please don't embarrass me. I don't think Devin Royal or John Mobley is going to be shoot as bad this Sunday.
Of course not.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
Mobley was 1 for 8.
Yeah,
and
something
Devin
like
didn't
that.
make a bucket.
Worse.
You think Devin's going to make a shot?
That's why
any worse.
I'm pretty comfortable stepping out on this limb and saying that it's not going to be bad.
Take a look around, Ellen. He's going to make a shot, right?
Yeah.
That'll be the kill shot when Devin gets a bucket. And then we're off and running. We're off and running. So check out our content at 971 The Fan. Some good stuff up there. Rhyme Time had a video up there explaining that and pointing to what the kill shot chart is saying. Also, looking at Dave Metzold. Played golf with Dave many times. He does a good job doing his thing for the Columbus Blue Jackets. Hockey news, we've got boards at the Shoe. Stadium Series rink is beginning to take shape. It's just cool to see. It's just a spectacle to see the rink out there at the great Ohio Stadium. Jackets and Red Wings next Saturday.
Are you going out there?
I will not be in attendance there. I'm glad you're going to get to take part in the pregame for it. It's going to be a lot of fun.
It will be a lot of fun. It will be. I'm looking forward to seeing some people get slammed into the glass. Maybe there'll be a fight, you know? Maybe there'll be a fight in 3 seconds.
There could possibly be a fight. You are right about that. Well, Tyvis, this was a blast today. Have a great weekend. Have a good show tomorrow. Anybody coming on? Anything you're going to discuss?
Oh, we'll talk about this week, I'm sure. We'll talk about Four Nations. We'll talk about the Cavs. We'll talk about the men's basketball team. We'll talk about spring game action, all those things.
I don't want you to yell at me that I'm late now getting off the air.
You're late.
Okay.
I stopped at 39.
Yeah, you gave me 1 second to wind down the show and sign off. So I don't want to hear about it.
Sign off.
Okay? Everybody have a fantastic weekend. Mad About Hoops at 8 a.m. Fan Sports Saturday at 9 tomorrow. Coming up next, a little thing called You'll See. Have a good night on The Fan.
Here's a listener tweet. Are men and Bone stupid in real life? Yes. Yes, they are. Common Man and T-Bone.
Weekdays from 3 to 6.
The Fan.
Hey, Ohio State fan. Are you ready for game day? Get hyped and get your crew going with the Buckeye meal at BK. For $20, you'll get 1 juicy flame grill Whopper sandwich, 1 original chicken sandwich, 2 mouthwatering cheeseburgers, 3 crispy golden small fries, and 3 refreshing small drinks. Grab your $20 Buckeye meal today and share the taste of victory. At BK, have it your way. You rule. Limited time only at participating Ohio area restaurants. Tax extra. BK is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Giant Eagle is teaming up with Cheez-It, Pringles, and Coca-Cola to give one lucky Buckeye fan a VIP basketball experience. Go to ohiostatebuckeyes.com/Giant Eagle to enter for a chance to win 4 tickets with parking to the March 4th home finale against Nebraska, a Buckeye prize pack, a $200 Giant Eagle gift card, and a trip to the head coach's radio show. Enter today at ohiostatebuckeyes.com/Giant Eagle for a chance to win. Brought to you by Giant Eagle, Cheez-It, Pringles, and Coca-Cola. Go Bucks!
It's Toyota truck and all-wheel drive season with more all-wheel drive choices than anyone else. Now through March 3rd, get 2.99 APR financing or $2,000 customer cash on a new 25 Tundra. Excludes TRD Pro. Or lease a 25 Tundra SR Crew Max for $399 a month for 39 months with $39.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS. Tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Health insurance companies are expected to carry health benefits, but CareSource does so much more. We look beyond doctors' offices and hospitals to see the challenges that face our members. Then we help them achieve not just better health, but better lives. Along with great benefits, we also help our members find stable jobs, housing, childcare, and rides so they can find greater independence. At CareSource, we're removing barriers. We're improving lives. We're reimagining healthcare.
At NJM Insurance, we like to think of ourselves as a symphony.
We start with a foundation of doing the right thing. Then we layer in dedicated reps whose priority is you. Add in excellent discount programs. And last, but certainly not least, we put our policyholders first. And the reason we don't use jingles or mascots is because it's just not us. No jingles or mascots, just great insurance. NJM. Insurance underwritten by NJM Insurance Company and its subsidiaries.
Giant Eagle My Perks Appreciation Day is February 21st and 22nd. We're saying thanks with 3 times the perks on every gallon of gas at get-go Friday and Saturday. Restrictions apply. Visit gianteagle.com/appreciation for details.
For a limited time at Speedway, get 2 big pizza slices and your favorite Coca-Cola 20-ounce for only $5 with Speedy Rewards. Choose from Classic 3-Cheese, Pepperoni, or Extreme Meat Pizza. Save big with a $5 meal deal with Speedy Rewards. Only at Speedway. Valid through 3